my little darling. Are you ready for today's story? Very good. Tonight's tale is called The Plushie Kingdom, The Wishing Stars. Let us begin. Once upon a time, there was a rich and prosperous kingdom. It was nestled in a beautiful land between snow-capped mountains and green meadows that bloomed all year round. Legend has it that when the creator of this land departed, he left behind a priceless gift for the people. It was a giant stone slab filled with magical energy. This stone was placed deep inside a sleeping volcano, right behind the royal palace. The magic from the stone did not just bring plushies to life, it gave them real, mystical powers. Every child would receive a plushie on the day of giving when they turned 1 year old. These plushies were not just toys. They were soulmates, acting as a bridge of faith, dreams, and ambitions between the child and the creator. The plushie would stay bound to the child for the next 10 years. The stronger the bond between them, the more powerful the message sent to the creator. When the bond was true, the creator would appear. He would transform the plushie into a spirit beast with special powers to protect the child. That is why the children here always loved and cared for their plushies like family members. The creator's gift was meant only for children, acting as a shield against the greed of adults. Even so, grown-ups still used the children as tools to make the land wealthier. Sadly, that very wealth made neighboring kingdoms envious. They longed to possess the sacred treasure. However, the king and most of his people refused to give it up. Because of this, endless wars broke out. Most of the adults had to go to the battlefields, but they always had a powerful backyard army. Plushie rabbits, wished to run fast, became speedy warhorses. Plushie elephants, wished to spray rain, became firefighting machines on the battlefield. The power of innocence protected the kingdom for hundreds of years. In a small, remote town untouched by the smoke of war, lived a little boy named Leo. His best friend was a plushy bear named Gabon. Gabon had black fur with fiery red patches. People often said Gabon looked like he had just climbed out of a volcano, with a body still covered in hot, melting lava. This kingdom had hundreds of schools designed to train children to turn their dreams into weapons. While other children had to go to school every day, Leo had the privilege of staying home. This was simply because his father was a legendary general with magnificent victories. When his father was Leo's age, he and his spirit beast, Maxie, had wiped out dozens of enemy armies. But to Leo, this was not a privilege. It was endless loneliness. His mother had passed away when he was born, and his father was always away at war. Not going to school accidentally robbed him of his only chances to make friends. Perhaps that was why Gabon was not just a pet to Leo. He was a friend and a true family member. Leo could play and talk with Gabon all day without ever getting bored. What Leo and everyone else did not know was that these pure emotions were actually the strongest messages sent to the creator. What he truly desired was genuine, innocent love, not dreams trained and molded in a classroom. Because of this misunderstanding, the kingdom's army grew weaker day by day. They still fought and sang songs of victory, but the battles lasted longer and more soldiers fell. Like an endless loop, the children were pushed even harder to shape their dreams for war. Their dreams became dull, copid, and lifeless. As a result, the power of the spirit beasts faded, and the vicious cycle continued. Many people knew that if this went on, everything would someday end. Yet, no one knew a better way. Then, what had to come came. One afternoon, while Leo was wandering in his front garden, a young soldier rushed in on horseback. His armor was covered in mud, and he looked frantic. The soldier handed Leo a letter. He urged the boy to pack his clothes quickly and said he would wait by the door. Confused, Leo walked inside. He opened the letter and read it in a hurry. Inside were hurried lines written by his father. He said the army was about to lose the decisive battle. The enemy would soon overrun the land. Leo needed to flee, and the messenger would take him away. Stunned, shocked, and confused, a wave of mixed emotions rushed through Leo. How was his father? What about everyone else? Where would the soldier take him? Leo stood frozen with 100 questions spinning in his head. But then, it was as if he suddenly understood something. Hugging Gabon tight, the boy dashed out to the gate. He jumped onto a horse next to the soldier and galloped straight toward the capital. The startled soldier shouted from behind, trying to tell Leo that he was heading toward the most dangerous place. Leo did not care. His eyes looked straight ahead, where the red sun was slowly sinking behind the sacred volcano. One boy, one horse, and one plushy bear dashed through forests and over grassy hills. He did not rest. As he neared the capital, Leo suddenly heard a loud commotion behind him. He looked back and saw a whole army. It was the enemy marching toward the city. Their roars echoed loudly, and the light from their torches lit up the sky. Without a second thought, Leo spurred his horse into the city. However, the guards inside thought he was an enemy. They fired a volley of arrows at him. The horse was struck and collapsed, throwing Leo to the ground, where he lay unconscious. As more arrows flew toward him, Gabon suddenly stood up. He transformed into a spirit beast to shield Leo. When the boy opened his eyes, he saw Gabon holding him close, even though dozens of arrows were pierced into the bear's body. Leo's eyes flashed with brilliant light, and he let out a roar that shook the sky. A blinding white beam of light swallowed the boy and wrapped around the plushy bear. In an instant, Gabon grew into a giant bear. With fiery red eyes, he stood as tall as a mountain. Gabon charged toward the volcano. The closer he got to the sacred stone, the more his power exploded, and his body grew even larger. By the time he reached it, Gabon was many times bigger than the mountain. Stretching out his giant arms, the bear lifted the entire volcano. He braced himself and threw it hard into the sky. The volcano shot up like a ball of fire into the endless void, where it shattered into hundreds of thousands of tiny pieces. Exhausted, Gabon's body turned into fine, glowing dust and vanished into thin air. Since that night, magic no longer belonged only to the Plushie kingdom. The broken pieces of the sacred stone turned into millions of stars in the night sky. The curse of war was finally broken. Now, you do not need to be in a faraway kingdom. Any child in the world can just hug their plushie tight, look up at the night sky, and pick the brightest star. Those are the wishing stars. They carry the sacred magical power of the Creator and the pure dreams of Leo and Gabon. Even though the stars are very far away from us, and even though wishes now take more time and patience to come true, it is fair to everyone. Whenever you see a shooting star streak across the sky, that is the moment a sincere wish has grown big enough to become reality. The story ends here. Now close your eyes, sleep tight, and have beautiful dreams. Good night.